So I have these strips of plain white cardstock, and we're going to start off with those as our base for... Hey y'all, APG Jamie here, and today we're making a cluster snippet edge tack thing. Yeah, that's it. So I have those some strips of cardstock, and then I just cut some other scraps down. They could have been thinner, and I want cardstock as the base because I am planning to use this as tuck spots. Now, the reason I said it's sized to fit, okay, is because you just keep making, it's like a snippet, you just keep making this big old giant long thing. Of course, they usually roll up snippets, and they can be cut off and used for anything. This can too, okay? And I say cluster because it's just kind of bits and pieces put together. You can fancy it up by putting on little images if you want to. You can add charms, or just about that's my chair squeaking if you should happen to hear it. It's not the artist. Anyway, you know, your limitation is your imagination. So I have all kinds of scraps. Y'all know I'm a piler. Well, I have a basket full of little scraps and doilies and stuff like that. And originally I was going to stick a ticket on there, but I never did put a ticket on there. Spoiler alert. Now, how long does this piece end up being? I don't know. It was darn near perfect for what I was going to do with it. Oh, what I was going to say, why it's to size, because you can just do this whole thing, you know, on strips of cardstock. You could use paper, but I don't know that I would do that. I don't think it'd be quite as sturdy with, you know, copy weight paper as it is with a cardstock base. But y'all know I love the cardstock, so you know that goes. So you can have, you know how these days it's popular to have a journal with varying sized papers, you know, widths and lengths and all that, and you can just cut this to fit any of them. All right, and you can do this till you run out of little bitty scraps or till you get tired, whichever one comes first. Okay, for me, I got tired. I may be looking like I'm going really fast, but you know, the video is sped up. Okay, quite a bit. How much? I don't know. And portions have been removed because it is very repetitive. I've got some scraps of fabric there, die cut scraps, just a lot of straight pieces though. I need to figure out, oh, you know, those are always pretty when you ink them up and when you lay them on there kind of like tiles or weave them. You could do that too. Anyway, just going along. I did not sew this. You can. In which case, if you're going to sew it, I would use like a lightweight glue stick. Bless my heart. Can't find my words already. And as you can see, I'm using various colors, and a lot of them are the same because that's, you know, you end up with bits of the same. That's napkin, y'all. If you have leftover bits of napkin that have, you know, when you collage napkins and you get the matte medium out there further than it needs to be, you know how they're kind of more sturdy than just a plain napkin? Anyway, it's like that. That's what those are, scraps of napkins. And I guess that's really about all I can say. How long do I... Oh, look at the corrugated board, y'all. Now, that's just one side. The other, both sides, both solid sides have been peeled off. I don't know. That's it. Inside an envelope. Put stamps on here, you know, cancel postage stamps, faux postage stamps, whatever makes you stinking happy, y'all. I know this is not the first time this has ever been done, and I'm sure lots of people have done it. And clusters snippets are always sized to fit. You can just cut off just a little 1 by 1 inch. I don't know how much you could show and how much little scrap. Anyway, I've always thought of snippets as being more fabrics and laces and stuff like that with some paper. This is all, paper with some. Look at me trying to justify myself. Y'all, why do I do that? Why do y'all do that? I got tired, y'all. And I'm like, all right, that's probably about enough. So I'm just like, okay, I'm done. No, just another couple more little pieces here. I do end up with like an inch or so of the white cardstock left because I'm just like, all right, I'm tired. I'm tired. That's enough. How long did that do it? I don't know, 30 minutes. It was quite a while. Now it's the basket. You still saw how much was in there. Now, this is a journal I made from that Fourth Art Saturday summer art, where we just splattered and splooched out old leftover acrylic paint turned into washes. If I remember, I'll link it in the upper right hand corner and the description box. Okay. When was that? I think it was back in May. Hashtag Fourth Art Saturday summer. Anyway. So I'm just cutting off pieces. They're slightly longer than the page. I can trim them up or not trim them up, whatever I feel like. And I am using the art glitter glue because I want a thin line of glue. And I'm using clamps because the cluster itself is kind of bulky, and this paper is not smooth, especially since I went over it with a light coat of white gesso just to knock back those bright colors. Well, they weren't bright. I guess that's not quite how. Anyway. It's very busy. Very busy. If it only took 5 minutes, I would say it would qualify as ugly art. But, that's a thing that Southern Gals has been doing a hashtag. I can't remember the whole thing. I shouldn't even brought it up. Bless my heart, y'all. Anyway, ugly art. So, what else am I going to do with the journal? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, because I don't know. I'm like, oh, goodness, this is... Okay, so on the back side, I thought, well, we're just going to put lace, because the front side with the cluster snippet edge size to fit thing is kind of bulky. All right, my spine could have been about 1/4 of an inch thicker, the spine, because it ends up being a little gatory, which is fine. Okay, nothing wrong with gator journals. Okay, so we're using fabrifix and we're just sticking down a lace because I thought, I just want a little something on this side, just Okay, so yeah, like that. Could put the cluster snippet edge on both sides. It didn't matter. So we're going to go on and we're going to decorate the cover of the journal. Okay, so we're just stamping an image. The eyes. It's about the eyes, y'all. And then when nobody's looking, I die cut a bunch of letters because I'm going to put phrase on the front. Here we are using a water brush to water cut the deli paper. It makes the edge, in my opinion, it's just my opinion, okay, very feathery and smoothly so that it just kind of melts out into the background. And because it's such a busy background, I do want it to kind of feather out and not just look like something just slapped on there. That makes sense. Okay. Anyway. So I'm like, well, the eyes, in real life, on the camera, they're showing up pretty good. But in real life, they almost got lost because it is a very, very busy background here, y'all. So I thought, well, we're just going to put a little light coat of white across this plain white acrylic, and that's why I'm using my finger, because it makes it very light. I've already said that like 20 times. Very light, more light coat of white, so that you can still see the background through it, but it kind of blurs it out just a little bit. And then we'll put the we'll collage the eyes right over the top of that using matte medium. Oh, speaking of matte medium and other things, there is a list of ingredients in this description box below the video. Click on the phrase show more to see more information, including any possible links, if I remember to put them there, and list of ingredients. And we are collaging down. This is deli paper, y'all. And collaging it down. See how it just pretty much, the edges just darn near melt into there and become invisible, okay? That really works on busy backgrounds. Sometimes you have to put a little white paint on there, and we're just going to repeat the whole thing again. He can, y'all. Oh, thank goodness he can save me. So what I did, and didn't turn the camera on, well, I thought I turned the camera on, but I didn't, is I went over the iris part of the eyeballs with a blue, whatever color blue, Prisma pencil, and now we're putting on some black Posca to bring the black of the pupil back in a little deeper. And of course, if you do that, you might as well put some white Posca on there to add just a little bit of light into the eyes. Spark of life, y'all. And because there's a little too much, I'm going back over it again with the black Posca. You know, push and pull, push and pull. And here we go. Reveal. Eyes of the beholder. And see how it's just a little gatory, but that's okay. All right, it's just a simple journal, you know, with the spine, yeah, whatever. I didn't record making the journal because I made it a while back, and it's just like, whatever. I didn't know what I was going to do with it. But then I'm like, well, let's make this edge thing, and we'll put it in that book. And I'm like, okay, let's do that. Eyes of the beholder. It really looks pretty nice like that. Till you open it up, and then you're like, oh my God, what am I going to do in here? I don't know. So I don't show you every page. Do I show you every page? I might show you, probably do. But those are just some whatever weird putty color cardstock pieces, because I'm like, I need something to tuck under that edge, y'all, and get rid of some of this busy background over here. So that's what I did. So, and it's something, I tell you what. I don't know where I'm gonna go from here with it. I don't know. I'm not throwing it away. I can just take that. So, because I mean, you know, sometimes it's not the end results, it's the process to get there. Okay. Because, you know, sometimes just doing something makes you happy and makes your heart feel better, and you're like, yeah. So, ta-da! Photo montage. The cover did come out really nice, okay? It's the inside that's like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I could put pockets on the inside, too. I could trade out the putty colored cards for black. That might be better. I don't know where I'm going. Sometimes I don't know where I'll be in. I appreciate each and every one of you, your kind comments, your likes, your shares, and your subscriptions. Thanks for watching, and happy arting, y'all.